Founded more than 30 years ago, the BC chapter of the International Association of Business Communicators has a rich history of success. Since 1980, we've helped host 3 international conferences and 2 Canadian conferences, and grown from a dozen or so members to almost 600 members now. As membership has grown, so has the communication profession. IABC BC members have gone from a relatively narrow focus on corporate newsletters and media relations to people who are responsible for a broad range of communication vehicles, some of which have only emerged in the last few years. Intranets, video blogs, interactive web portals, to name just a few. Despite the huge change in the nature of communications over the last 30 years, the chapter's relevance and benefits to members and their careers has never been higher. Who do BC communicators turn to when they want to make sense of how things are changing in their profession? IABC BC. And the 3 things behind the success of the chapter for these last 30 years are the people that make up the chapter, the great ideas we share, and the jobs that connect us and are available through IABC BC.
One of my favorite things about being in the IABC is getting to meet like-minded people that are in the same career as I am in, and also learning lots of interesting skill sets.
The people that I've met, everyone is completely genuine, amazing. A lot of my volunteer relationships have turned into friendships.
Every time that people from this chapter get together, it is great shared experience, party, but also a lot of knowledge. It is really one of the best networks I know.
I've made some fantastic friends through IABC, met a great network of people. We like to hang out together on weekends sometimes.
Networking events such as this one, just the people that I've been meeting, hearing about their stories and how they got to where they are today is so inspiring for someone like me.
Every single networking session that I go to, I come away with a smile on my face and I have a good time and I meet a lot of good people.
I've got to network with some fantastic people. I've got a few really exciting jobs from it. I met my husband being a member. Yes.
How did you meet him?
At the IABC conference in 2006. Across a crowded room.
The best networking I've ever.
He bought me an oyster shooter and that was it.
Now that's networking with a capital N.
I love that.
Yeah.
The conference I went to last year in San Francisco, it was the first world conference that I was at, and it was amazing. Just from meeting people to listening to the speakers to eating in San Francisco was an amazing experience.
There's a lot of people in the community that are struggling with the same things that you're struggling with. I was just talking to somebody that's also working in an academic environment. We were sharing war stories, and it just feels great to be working with somebody that's, you feel like you're not alone struggling with some of these things, and I'm learning all the time when I come to these events.
Definitely my most memorable moment has been at the IABC Western Regional Conference in Banff. That was a really cool place where we all kind of came together, and a lot of people like Shauna and myself, for instance, didn't even know each other, and just because we were kind of IABCers, we kind of formed together as like a family almost. It was really cool.
You only get out of IABC what you put into it. So the more you are involved in IABC, the more you get out of it. And that's really been our philosophy, both of us over the years, is being involved as a volunteer is really how you get the reward. And it's the people, it's the learning opportunities, it's the opportunity to try out something new and not have to worry so much about failing because it's not something where you're going to get fired, right?
It really helps you get to know new people in the industry, students in the industry, and people that you could even potentially employ.
If you get on the IABC board, you learn personnel and membership, you learn money and treasury. In other words, if you go through the board of IABC BC, you have training in everything that a CEO needs.
For me, I've always kind of latched on to IBC. It's a great way to immerse yourself in a new city and make friends right away and then get a job, basically.
The fact that there's a whole program created to build on your knowledge, to accredit you, to say to the world, this is a professional communicator, these are her credentials, and you can go anywhere with that.
So, as the curtain closes on our first 30 years, the chapter is better prepared than ever to help communicators face their new challenges. Thank you, and happy 30th anniversary, IABC BC.